All right, let's move on to the topic that I want to
Hmm.
discuss with you today. I'm thinking right now. We'll see. This is what happened. So on Thursday, I was at the show at a Boot and Saddle,
Hmm.
and I was talking to a friend of mine, Michael Chase, and he was telling me, he's in the music industry, and he was telling me about what he believes is one of the greatest challenges that the music industry is facing right
Hmm.
now, and to him, that is music discovery, like finding an artist, or rather finding new artists, right? Because
Hmm.
you have such an influx or such a prevalence of what is considered pop, what is considered popular, even if it's not like pop
Hmm.
itself. So I want to discuss, like, do you would you agree with that? Like, would you agree with the fact that that is probably the greatest challenge? Or where do you hear your music? Where do you find new bands?
Well, I read and listen a lot of like interviews of other artists.
Yeah.
Like the great band is Future Islands.
Okay.
It's a great band.
Yeah.
Like I really like it. And then you read their interview, like their vocalist, and he would drop a couple names and stuff. Like Spotify, all this like stuff is good, to like find new music
Yeah.
for
No,
yourself.
for sure.
I mean, somebody who wants to find a new music will like in America, you'll
Yeah.
always find new music. It just there's so much music. You know.
Yeah. But that's one of the problems, though. I feel like it's like an oversaturation. You know what I mean? Where
Hmm.
it's like you have these just so many bands that are out there. It's almost hard to like find, like, not even like new music per se, but the kind of music that you're looking for. What do you think about that?
Well, I don't. I when I look for, I don't look for any particular kind of music when I look for music. Because again, I'm from the country with a completely different school of aesthetics, art
Sure, sure.
aesthetics, and again, after studying by myself or like going to school, I mean, I went to university, but I wasn't studying art. But again, it just in America, it seems that people really associate themselves with the music that they listen to.
It's true.
Like
It's
you
true.
you are like you are what you eat, you are what you listen to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and in Russia, like at least for some people, I mean, I was in a subculture in Russia, and we had kids who would be like, "Oh, you listen to whatever, like you listen to punk rock music,
Mm.
but we listen to hardcore music. You weak, we're strong, we're aggressive. You're just like blah blah." And you have that here too.
Yeah.
Even Philadelphia, West Philly basement scene,
Hmm.
house show scene, like punk scene, and like all the songwriter scene and stuff. But when I can't like speak for like I don't like when I look for music, I just don't look for anything particular. Again, whatever sounds cool and like gives me like good feeling or a vibe, I'll listen to it.
Yeah,
I don't discriminate like because it's just music.
I couldn't agree more, man. I definitely think that one of the main factors when I'm looking for a song is if I can groove to it.
Hmm.
If it can make me groove. And I was grooving to your set too,
Oh,
so I was like,
thanks.
oh, okay,
Thank you,
I
man.
found good music.
Yeah. Well, now I try not to like I'm really tired of like I don't hate on contemporary music, but I try to listen just classical music. Because to me, it's just a weird thing. There's like right oversaturation, and a lot of songs sound alike.
It's true.
And if you've been like if you've been making music or listening to music a lot, and like everybody listens to music a lot, but when you like really listen to music and it's like a personal thing for you, you have a personal relationship with the sound, right? And it's just like you get tired of the same template, the
Yeah.
same like idea of songs, the way they're structured. So now I just listen to like old classic Mozart, Bach, and I listen to a
Wow.
lot of Russian Orthodox like choral singing.
Cool, man.
Yeah, because I mean, to me, it's just great because that music was inspired by God,
Mm-hmm.
and when those people were writing music, they were thinking about God. They weren't
Of
thinking
course.
about like marketing, product placement, or like their goal was to
Yeah.
satisfy God and make Him
Exactly.
happy.
To praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and that's like the best thing out there. You listen to Mozart, you need to go to school to understand Mozart.
Of
I mean, to
course.
understand what like his music, and it's like that's the greatest thing. So I get a lot of satisfaction out of listening to that music. Also, I like old pop music too. Like I like Migos' last record, like
Hell
the
yeah.
number
Yeah.
one album right now in hip hop, and like I love Drake. Like to
Yeah.
me, Drake is like should write a novel. I posted that on my Facebook once, and people just went nuts. But I get away with it because I'm Russian.
Sure, sure.
Oh, whatever, a Russian guy.